nice of you to join. I saw that you liked a card I did recently. I think it was my last fun fold on YouTube. Hi, Barbara. Nice of you to join me this morning. Check out the color behind me. The walls. I'll do a little pan with my camera so you can see I've had my craft room repainted. Let me just swing you over to the other wall here. I can almost give you a 360. So I started to put my craft room back together again. It's still kind of messy because I'm going to be ordering my new IKEA furniture today. But this is what it looks like so far. I just had to get back in here because my husband wants the kitchen back. I don't blame him. It's just been a disastrous mess. So here I am. So I'm pretty excited about it. It's a really happy color. And depending on the light, it changes. So it's really, really cool. It's much brighter, fresher. Thank you. Love the color. I know it's a great color. Thanks, Barbara. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. So it's really, oh my gosh. Well, I've always been inspired to create. Nothing really stops me from creating, but this is going to be even greater. I can't wait to decorate and put some pictures up on the wall and all kinds of stuff. So great. So I'm going to turn the camera down so that you can see the project that I'm going to be working on today. So what I'm using today for the first time is this In Symmetry. It's an In Symmetry stamp set. And I kind of call these silhouette images. It's where there's lots of black on the image. Mind you, you're going to be putting color with your inks, but you know what I mean by silhouette images. They're typically black. And here it is in our catalog. It's a whole suite. It's called Sweet Symmetry. It's on page 112 and 113 of the annual catalog. And I just love the colors in here. And it comes with a stamp set and this really cool border punch that actually serves two purposes. You can cut a border out of these really cool leaves. But as you cut them, you get all of these little leaves that you can put on several different projects, like even boxes and bags, you know, add a flower and then put these little leaves on. So that's kind of cool. I love border punches. And the colors are fantastic. So you see when you stamp the color on the ink up the stamps, you get all these different colors. So it's going to be a lot of fun to make this. And I was attracted to it because I saw somebody do a, what we call a, boy, you can tell I haven't been in front of the camera for a while. I'm losing all my words. A one-sheet wonder. Excuse me. A one-sheet wonder, and they made a whole bunch of cards with this paper. Because when I first saw this in the catalog, I wasn't that keen on it for whatever reason. But once you, and it's always the same thing. Once you see projects being made, you go, okay, I have to have that. Now I got to show you this ribbon too. Let me just go grab the ribbon. I forgot. This ribbon is so pretty. It's Flirty Flamingo, our Flirty Flamingo color, and then it's got gold in it. Can you see the gold? It's really, really pretty, and it's very soft, ties great bows. So I hope to incorporate that maybe in the project today. So that's everything that comes in the suite. So if you buy the whole suite, you get everything together. Okay, now I'm going to show you the papers. So you get 2 sheets of each, so I've separated them so I can show you the papers. So this is one of the patterns, and it's got just great colors. A lot of the colors are the in colors from last year, like the Bumblebee and the Just Jade, and then this is the other side. This makes great like borders because you can cut them into strips. And then you've got this pattern. I think it might go this way. They're not necessarily directional. No, because these little flowers go in both directions. So you can pretty well use it anyway and not worry about it. Then you've got this side. These are beautiful fan flowers. Then you have this. So you also have, I think it's Night of Navy in here. Is it Night of Navy or is it Mary? I think it's Night of Navy. Let me just grab my color chart here. Yeah, it's Night of Navy. So Bumblebee, Calypso Coral, Flirty Flamingo, Night of Navy, Just Jade, and Whisper White. Well, we don't call it Whisper White anymore. It's basic white. But then this is a directional one. So yeah, you'll have to be careful for this one. And then this is just the Bumblebee on the back. And it's a nice thick paper. This will make great bags or boxes. Then you've got a straight Night of Navy one. Again, you could turn that in either way. Oh, look at this one. This is really pretty. I think this is directional, yeah, because you've got your 3 flowers that go up like that. Yeah, it's directional. So certain projects you have to really watch the direction of your pattern before you start scoring your lines. And then we've got this beautiful Night of Navy one. And this is really pretty. You've got the Flirty Flamingo and the Calypso Coral in there together. This is also directional. And then, oh, look at that. It's really pretty. That's Flirty Flamingo. I'm noticing quite a bit of shadow. I've moved my desk to a new location in the craft room. I've got a bit of shadowing here. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that yet. And then this pretty pattern. Really pretty. What do you think of this paper, you guys? Who else is watching today? Carol is here. Hi, Carol. I've got 2 Carols. My buddy from Washington State is here. And the other Carol is here. And you live in Sydney, I think, right, Carol? Okay, so there are our papers. I'm not sure what papers I want to use today, because I haven't cut anything. I haven't cut much ahead of time. All right, so let's get to our card sketch. Oh, and look at these leaves cut out from the pattern paper. Isn't that pretty? That's a great idea. You could do a whole bunch of leaves and then add them to your flowers. Okay, maybe Thursday night when I do my Case the Caddy, I should do one of these cards on Thursday night. Oh, look at this one. Maybe I'll do this one on Thursday night. It's got some vellum in it. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I'll do that for Thursday night. So if you're available Thursday night at 8 p.m., come back and we'll case the caddy using the same set. All right, here's our card sketch. These are brand new card sketches that I found online. These are made by a demonstrator in the United States. Her name is Dawn Griffith. I have been following her for years and years and years, and I think she's starting to make her own card sketches. She does it in grays, blacks, and whites just so that you know which piece is which to cut. Now, of course, you can use any of your own colors, but she's showing you that if you pick, say you pick a color, like I'm going to use Just Jade as my card base, then I need this Just Jade, which is my card base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then if you go and look again at the basic black again, you need another piece that's 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. You see how that works? So you've got Smoky Slate, that's this color here. It's 4 by 5 1/4, and then another piece 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. But I'm going to use some Designer Series papers in here. But that kind of just helps you figure out which pieces, you know, how many pieces of what color that you need to cut. Okay. So I'm not even sure of what stamps I'm going to be using yet. I think I'm going to get my papers ready. I've cut a few pieces to see. So this is my card base. This is should be 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to do a 10-fold card. So I'm pretty sure this is, no, this happens to be 4 1/2 because I must have cut another narrow sheet for another project. So I'm going to trim off a 1/4 piece here off this piece. Okay, and then I'm going to score this at 5 1/2 for my center fold. Okay. There we go. And then I'm just going to grab my bone folder here. Now this didn't cut exactly straight here. So I'm just going to grab my little mini trimmer. So what I like to have a guillotine trimmer as well, and I know we don't really sell one. This came as a promotion if you join Stampin' Up, and it's not available for sale. I'm hoping it comes back as a sale item next year, but I like to use a guillotine cutter when I'm just trimming a little bit off the card, because it's easier to go through 2 layers of paper. There we go. Okay, so there's my card base. How many of you got coffee this morning? I just have to have my coffee. I was up early this morning. I had my workout. Then a fellow was here measuring we have to get some new eaves troughs on the part of the house that we had repaired. So he was here early. Okay, so this is my layer at the back. Then I've got this whispered white layer to go on top. Okay, so those are my 3. There's lots of layers on this card. Okay, now I have a strip that goes across here. That's definitely going to be DSP. I'm going to do this piece here, this black piece, which is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. I'm going to do that as, let me think. I'm going to do this back piece as DSP. So I think this is, that's basic gray, 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. Yeah, because this is 3 3/4 wide. So I need 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to do that. So I always start, as you know, let's just decide what paper I want to use on. Oh, this brings in those colors quite nicely. So let's cut a piece of this. So with my 12 by 12s, I always start by cutting a 4 by 12 inch strip, because that is a basic layer, and then I cut from there. And any narrow strips I left over, you can make a scrappy card with it, or you can put it on the inside of your card. So that's kind of how I roll. So I cut this 4 by 5 1/4. I always start with that. Okay. So this piece, what did I say we needed? This piece is basic gray, no, that's not it. Basic gray, 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. So 2 1/4, no, 3 3/4 lengthwise, 3 3/4. Width. So 3 3/4. I did that wrong. 3 3/4, because it's the width, and I want the pattern the right way. So let's just get rid of that. So 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. There we go. 2 1/4. Okay, so that's that piece there. Got to get my thinking brain on this morning. There, that's perfect. Okay, so that's going to go across like that. And then we're going to have this flag. Oh no, we need this basic black, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I could pull in, I might pull in another piece of that bumblebee on top of that maybe. And then I'll do this one. This one with the flagged end should be another piece of designer series paper. So let me just grab, or maybe I'll do, ooh, so many colors to work with this morning. Let's grab Calypso Coral. So I want this 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 Calypso Coral. Let me just grab a piece of that. Okay. So that black piece, yeah, it's square, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. I hope I'm not, well, it's a bit of a confusing pattern this morning. You know, even when you watch me do these card sketches, you could just be working out what colors that you want to use. And get your pieces kind of assembled, just so that you figure out what you want to do. Oh, good, you guys have got your coffees. Okay, oh, that's not much of the designer series paper that pokes out through there. Yeah, it's not very much that pokes through there, but that's working out. Look at those colors, aren't they great? Okay, now we need this smoky slate is 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. That's not 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. Oh no, that's basic gray. No, this is basic gray. This is smoky slate. 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. Okay, what's the white? 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. And that's what we're going to stamp on. So I need Whisper White. I need our basic white. I've got a piece right here. 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Yeah, that's not. I've got to figure that one out. 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Boy, this is a complicated one for my tired brain this morning. God, I've been working my buns off all week, well, for a month now. Moving stuff from one room to another room. It's been quite the task, but now that I have my room all painted, it's been well worth it. Oh boy, this is really tiny, it turns out. How much stamping are we going to be doing here? Okay, and then this piece must be black. This must be basic gray. No, smoky slate. Oh, 2 1/2. Yeah, it's a square piece. That is no way that's a square piece. I'm going to make it a bit longer. So if this white piece is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, I'm going to go 2 1/2. I'm going to go 2 1/2 by maybe 3 1/2. Now, what other paper do I want to bring in here? Maybe a solid color. Not the Night of Navy. I could bring this one in. Ooh, I could bring in this green one. Yeah, let's bring in this green one. So again, I'm going to cut this. So when you're cutting your 12 by 12s, again, look at your directions, okay? Because you're deciding whether you're cutting for portrait cards or landscape cards. So this is multi-directional, so we're good. So again, I'm going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. By 5 1/4. Okay. Okay, so I wanted this was 2 1/2. I'll just cut this at 2 1/2. And then let's figure out, this is going to go on top of here like this. I think I want my leaves floating upwards. And I'm going to flag this at the bottom. So let's just cut this at How about 3.5? Let's do 3.5. Okay, let's see how this works out. It's going to go on here like that. Okay, I think we're ready to start, do a bit of stamping. So I'm going to flag this too. So what I'm going to do is this going to go on here like this. Oh, maybe I'll flag it once I've done my stamping. Or we could start our layering. Let's start our layering. Okay, where's my silicone mat? It's right here. Oh, Lena's joined us. Hi, Lena. Let's make sure my card opens the right way. And let's put this on here like this. And again, remember, you can alternate this. You can alternate. No, I don't mean alternate. You can alter the layers. You know, if you don't want to use all these layers, you don't have to. Now, another thought is we could emboss this piece to give it some texture. What do you think about that idea? This is our bark embossing folder. Look how cool that is. Gosh, I just love these textured embossing folders. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on, and I'm going to grab my Tombow glue. It's pretty cloudy here in Victoria, and I'm hoping it rains, but I don't think it's going to rain. The clouds don't seem thick enough. We need the rain so badly. Okay. So I really appreciate you being patient with me when I had a little blip in crafting with you guys. I really miss it when I miss a week, but sometimes life gets in the way. Okay, so this piece was going, I'm going to have to remember what I'm doing here. I think this piece went like this, and then this piece went on top. Wow, this is a really deeply layered card. I hope it doesn't cost extra postage. Okay, let's decide what stamping we're going to do. I'm going to stamp right on here. So I need my silicone mat because these are photopolymer. I think this flower is going to be way too big. I haven't stamped with these yet, so check out our new cases. Did I show you this? Our new cases, our new stamp sets. Same case, but what they do now is instead of having that extra plastic sheet for your stamps, like they used to have the print on this piece here, this is a kind of a flimsy piece on the top that you peel off. But the pattern was on the back of this, so you always put your stamps back on this sheet. But now they have them so that they go directly on in the stamp case, and I just love that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay, I won't do them all at once, but I think I'm going to... There's this really cool round flower. I might do this round flower. And then I might do some leaves around it. So here's some really cool leaves. I love a brand new set. I love how clear and clean and unstained the stamps are. Love a brand new set. It's another leaf. Okay, and then I need a block for this one. Look how shiny they are. What else do I want to put on there? I don't know. Don't know what I'm doing. It's one thing to work with a brand new card layout and then on top of that add a brand new stamp set. It's a little challenging for me this morning. I thought I could use this ribbon somehow, but let's see. Let's pull it back into view. You love that bark embossing folder. Yes, it is. It is really, really cool. It's great. I think it's going to be a great one for Christmas with all of the treed stamp sets we've got going. Okay. Oh my gosh, I don't have any inks here. Where are my inks? They're right behind me. Okay, let's see. Let's make this one Calypso Coral or Flirty Flamingo. Flirty Flamingo is here. And then we'll do the leaves in Just Jade. I think just doing something really simple here. The other idea too is that, you know, rather than even stamp any flowers on this card, you could just do a greeting. There's some cool greetings in this stamp set too. Now, I find that when you get a brand new photopolymer set, sometimes you want to ink it and stamp it a couple of times just to sort of condition the stamp. You see how that's stamped better than that one? And make sure you stamp on a cushion. Actually, my ink pad might need re-inking. It'll have to do. Or maybe I could do Calypso Coral. Let's see how this ink sucks. I think this needs ink. I think a lot of my ink pads need ink. I think I like the Calypso Coral color better. No, sorry, the Flirty Flamingo. Let's just go with that. Boy, I am full of indecision this morning, aren't I? I haven't stamped in like over a week, maybe 2 weeks. I think I'm out of practice now. I rarely go that long. I'm just going to do one right smack in the middle. What's our time like now? Oh, we've got time. I don't like keeping you too long. Oh, I just love this Just Jade color. This is so pretty. Let's ink these off too a little bit and see. Oh, these look pretty good. So that's another idea on when you're doing your stamping. You can do your stamp on and stamp off. So I think I need a piece of paper underneath here. You see, so you get two-toned or two shades of ink. Let's do a couple more. There's actually another smaller double leaves here. These are kind of cute. Let's check these out. I think I should make a card with this stamp set using our Stamparatus. I think that would be kind of fun. Let's ink this off again. I'm seeing fishtails with this leaf. I think you can make a great fish. This would be a great fishtail. See, look at that. It's a great fishtail. Okay, oh, now I was going to use this little flower, but I don't think I need it. Yeah, and there are no dies with this set, so you would have to be fussy cutting some of this stuff, unless you have that fantastic Brother Scan and Cut. Any of you have the Brother Scan and Cut? I'm thinking about buying one. It's a big purchase though. But what's fantastic about it is that you can take any picture from anything, magazine, you know, any picture, and you put it on the scan, you know, you have that sheet, that sticky sheet that you put your picture on there, and the machine scans it into the machine, and it takes a digital impression, and then it cuts it. Like, it's just the coolest machine ever. I don't know if I need some little flowers on here. What do you think? So what it is good for, yeah, I'm going to pull in my bumblebee. What it is good for is that if you have your pattern papers, and Stampin' Up! Has a lot of pattern papers that you can cut out the images. Sometimes the stamp set will come with a punch and you can cut them out. So for example, we have a sheet in our For Celebration, a free paper pack with penguins all over it. So you can just run it through the scan and cut and it'll cut out all the penguins. So it saves you hand cutting or using your punch even. I have a couple of demonstrator friends who have a scan and cut, and they love it. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do. I might put a little gem in the middle. So, Christine, you have the scan and cut and the Cricut. Oh, you lucky girl, scan and cut. So do you do that with your, with paper, with papers, pattern papers? Do you cut out the images? Okay, I can glue this on here now. So I'm going to use my Tombow again because I'm going on top of, I think that scan and cut might have to be an early Christmas present. Oh, I don't have my grid sheet on here, my paper grid sheet. So I'm going to guess where my center is here. It doesn't have to be centered, but I'm going to center it. Look how pretty that is. I'm going to put this on top. And then I'm going to glue this onto here. Yeah, so let's glue this. Oh, thanks, Carol. Well, nice color combo. Stampin' Up! Does it all. That's what I love about it. Everything coordinates. So if you use the colors that are in the papers, you can't go wrong. There's no going back on that one. Okay, let me just trim my little flag here. So I'm going to go up the middle. and then in, I think I can see it better on, can I see it better on this side? Just going to hold that up a bit. I think I've got glue on my scissors here. That's okay. Okay, look how pretty this paper is too. Love that. Okay, so where's my sketch? I'm going to put this on. Then I'm going to put this on. Okay, that's coming together. And can I put any ribbon on here? Because it's so pretty, I want to use it. I could just tie a bow at the bottom, but it's kind of thick now, this cardstock. I don't like that on the Calypso Coral though. If this was a different color, I might have done the ribbon. So maybe I won't do the ribbon this time. So I noticed here, this point here, it doesn't show, you know, the cardstock behind it, but then I find it's just, I don't know. Well, I guess that would be okay. I don't know. I think I might want a stamped background on here. Maybe just some leaves in Versamark to show some shadowing. I don't know. I don't know. Today's card is a bit of a struggle. I don't know. I think it's kind of pretty the way it is. What do you guys think? Should I do some shadow stamping on that Calypso Coral piece or not? Hey, I'm getting some love here. That's great. Loves and likes. Any more comments coming in about the card? Should I add a little bow? I like it like it is, but would be interested to see the difference with the stamping. Well, we could stamp it, and then if we don't like it, we can turn the paper over. Look how nice, look how easy it was for me to tie that bow. Ooh, maybe we'll do a bow. Okay, so let's stamp. Okay, so shadow stamping can be done one of two ways. You can use your Versamark ink, you know, that's the sticky ink that you use for embossing powders. Or you can just take the same color ink. So let me grab my Calypso Coral ink. It's right here. And I need another scrap piece of paper here because I don't like to get ink on my silicone mat. And what we could do, so we could do these little flowers or we could do the leaves. Let me just pull this back. Maybe we'll just, I don't know, flowers or leaves. Maybe we'll do leaves. I don't have my cleaning pad here. Okay, so then you just take your ink, and you could do either full strength or you could stamp it off. So if you stamp it off, you get more of a kind of a watermark. Can you see that? It's a little bit of a watermark on there. Oh, I'm going to have to do something about these shadows now that I've moved my desk somewhere else. Okay, so, and you could do a combination of both. So you could stamp off. I'm just going to continue to stamp off. And the other thing when I do backgrounds like this is I rotate the stamp and rotate your cardstock so that you get different images. Do some leaves upside down, sideways. Stamp off the edge, that's really important. See, I'm going on an angle there. Barbara, you like the bow? Thank you, I like the bow too. I think it worked. Now, of course, this takes a lot longer than just using a piece of designer series paper, but it's fun to create your own patterns. That is another thing with a one sheet wonder, is that often we show you how you just stamp. You take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of typically white paper. Oh, I didn't stamp that off. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, so let's put some random full strength in there because I made a boo-boo. Yeah, so what you do is you take a take some random stamps, and you make your own pattern. Different colors. It could be monochromatic if you'd rather. I'm just going to do a few more just to fill in a bit more. What was I doing there? I don't know. Let's turn this one upside down. I'll do a couple over here. We might need one here. And definitely we need something on this side. Okay, I think that's enough. I hope. Okay, so there it is. Now I should, because I've got that one dark one there, that was a mistake, but that's okay. I'm going to do, because see, they don't show. So I might do a couple of more dark ones. Okay. I like it. And because I've done all that work, we're using it. I did all that work, so we're going to use it. All right, so let's pull back our card. Let's get rid of this. Let's pull back our card. So we're going to put this on. You like the combo of both? Yeah, I do too. So many different stamping techniques. It's just too cool. Okay, let's put that on there. Then this is going to go on here. Then we're going to put on our little bow. So now that we've got pattern on there, I think I'm going to throw this right down to the bottom and have those little pointed edges right at the bottom of the card, like that. What do you think so far? So where's our bow? There's our little bow. I'm just going to do it one more time to try not to waste as much ribbon. I don't know why I worry about wastage. I've bought the spool. Half the time I don't even use, I don't use the whole spool ever. Maybe at Christmas I do. And then it retires. For me as a demonstrator anyway. Okay, there's our little bow. We're going to stick that right in the point there. So I need to find my, there they are. I need to find my dimensionals. I need to get my pokey tool. Let's grab a glue dot. I roll it in my fingers, although that's a pretty fat knot, so maybe I'll just put that on there like that and put our bow. There we go. And of course, what are we missing, ladies? Either Wink of Stella, or maybe I'll just do a little gem. Oh, this was left over from another project. Look at these bows. These are really pretty. I'm going to use one of those. I think I'll put the big one right in the middle. Well, these don't come off with this because I glued these on the wrong kind of paper. These are really hard to get off. I did these for our Sweet as a Peach stamp camp, and I put them on the wrong little bit of plastic. And they're really stuck to that plastic. It wasn't the right plastic to put those on. This plastic, I don't know where I got that from, but they're stuck on there pretty good. Okay, there's our card. What do you think, ladies? Happy with that? Now, we should do an inside card. Let me cut a card base, or a card insert. So, ladies, what's your standard card insert size? Pennsylvania Dutch Designs. Yes. That's exactly what it is. 4 by 5 1/4. Maybe the designer at Stampin' Up, that's where she got her inspiration from. Might have to look that up, see what patterns come up when I look up that. Okay, let's do some stamping on here. So you could either do stamping, or when you end up cutting your designer series paper, you end up with lots of little strips. We put a cute little strip on the bottom there. Okay, so I might just cut this a little bit. You could do some stamping. How do you guys like to design the insides of your cards? What do you commonly do? It's nice to get away from this standard size too. I have seen lately, well, I've got this, I entered a swap, and I've been getting everyday cards in the mail. It's so fantastic. Swaps are so much fun. And I get cards in the mail, and when I look on the inside, and there were requirements for the swap where you had to do a full card. So that meant the outside and the inside. And it was really interesting to see the different ways people design the insides of their cards. Some people actually use die cuts, like, you know, any rectangles or squares or circles to put inside the card. Is this the same size? No, it's a bit short. So how do you guys, okay, Carol, often use a small strip designers that leaves a small edge of the white exposed. Does that make sense? Yes. I like to leave a bit of white exposed at the bottom. Like here, you mean, right on the bottom. Oh, I just love this paper. It's just so bright. It's springy, even though we're heading into fall. Our leaves are starting. Our oak trees are so dead looking from this horrible dryness. And did you know, I didn't know this, but did you know that oak trees, I don't know if other trees do this, but oak trees, oh, maybe we stamp a greeting in here. What greetings are in here? That oak trees, in order to save themselves, they decide to just drop some of their limbs. Best day ever. Thanks so much. Hey, friend, you are perfectly unique. Oh my gosh, I love the greetings in here. Hey, friend, you are perfectly unique. Hey, that's a great one. Maybe I'll do a combo. Yeah, so anyway, my husband is outside on our deck, and he is doing a Zoom with he's a president of the squash club, so he's doing a Zoom session. And I was in my craft room, and all of a sudden we heard this huge crash, and this huge limb on our luckily in a way, it was our neighbor's oak tree. This huge limb fell, but it fell onto partially onto our property in our laurel bushes. And even the people on Phil's Zoom session said, oh my gosh, what was that? What happened just then? And I go running out and Phil goes running out and we see this huge limb that's now across. Luckily, it didn't damage the fence. So I'm thinking of using 2 different colors here. Let's do Hey Friend. Yeah, so apparently oak trees just drop their limbs. So we're just hoping, because we've got one limb that could damage our roof. We're hoping that doesn't happen again. Okay, you often do your DSP vertically? Yeah, me too. It's nice to do lots of different things. I think a person, when they get their card in the mail, they should be surprised in 3 ways. They should be surprised at getting the envelope decorated. Like, how fun is it to get an envelope that's decorated? So this swap that I'm doing, all the envelopes have been decorated, and it's so fun to get them. Okay, so that's the first surprise. Then they open it, and of course they get the card. And they look at the card and they go, oh my God, that's so fantastic. I love that. Look at the colors. Look at this. Look at that. Okay, and then they open up and they see, oh my gosh, look at the inside of the card. Oh my gosh, it's decorated in here. And then the best surprise of all is, oh, and look, that's my friend who sent me that card, or my mom, or my dad, or my cousin, or whoever. That's what card giving is all about. Sorry, I got to get my head right over here. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. And it's so fun when you make your own cards, thinking about the expression on the recipient's face. How are they going to react to your card? Okay, and then I'm going to use, what was the other one? Hey friend, you are perfectly unique. I love that. You are perfectly unique. I love the greetings. Maybe that's what I was more attracted to in this stance, that were the greetings. Okay, let's do this in green so it really stands out. Now I'm going to stamp this one off. Should have done the other one like that too, just to condition it a bit. There's another way to condition your stamps when they're brand new, is take an eraser and just erase over the stamp and then wash it off. Okay, let's see how that works. There we go. No, I'm sorry. I have not received an anniversary card from you yet. I'm sorry. Maybe it'll be in today's mail. I know it takes forever between Canada and the United States. It's ridiculous. I mean, don't we use planes? Okay, let's glue this to the inside of the card. We didn't get any anniversary cards, so it will be well appreciated when it comes. We had a great dinner last night at the Oak Bay Beach Hotel. It was just a beautiful night. I posted it on Facebook, so there's some pictures there, and I took video of it. It got windy, and I just love the sound of the cables banging up on the masts, the mast poles, whatever they're called. So that's a cool video, just listening to the sounds. I love taking video of sound. Sounds funny, doesn't it? But I'd like to take video of sound. Okay, oh, look how pretty that. Oh, you know, I'm going to add a couple of extra things. I hope it's not, I don't like overkilling a card either, but I might just add a couple. Excuse me. Oh, you saw the photos. Yeah, it was a beautiful evening, but it was windy and it got a bit cool. Just going to add one flower. There we go. And then on the envelope too. Now the other thing you can do with envelopes, I'm going to show you because it's really a cool trick. And it's a great way of using up your designer series paper. Do I have any envelopes right here? Hang on, where am I putting my envelopes now? Oh, they're right behind me. I'm going to show you this cool trick too. Some of the cards I got in the mail have this, they put designer series paper on the back of the envelope. I'm going to show you that right now. So you want to pick coordinating piece, and I could do, but that would be oriented the wrong way. Hang on. Oh, I might not have a paper cut for that. So if I want to use this paper, I need to cut it this way. So I'm going to cut it this way so I don't waste as much paper. I'll just cut this little piece off. And it comes through the mail really well. Make sure you glue all the edges. So what I usually do is I put the tape directly on the actual envelope. So I think I'm going to use Tombow for this. And am I starting to run out now? Here it comes. Okay, so then you're going to stick this, and you're butting it up against the crease, against the fold, not over the fold, because you want to make sure it closes, right? Okay, and then you trim. I like to use big scissors for this. So then you trim it. These shadows are slightly irritating. I'm going to have to do something about those shadows. All right. There you go. There's your envelope. There's a little bit of overhang right there. So look at that. Check that out when somebody gets their card. Okay, and then I should do some stamping on the front. What's our time? We've got a little bit more time. I could just do a bunch. Oh, maybe we'll just do some leaves and some little flowers here. Or where's that big flower? Maybe we'll just do this big flower with some leaves. So first of all, let's do some leaves in the corner. Okay. Let's do these double leaves maybe. Then we'll do our flower. Then we'll do a couple more leaves. there we go. There's the front of our card, or of our envelope. Okay, ladies, I think that just about wraps it up. It's Mojo Monday. I'll get my mojo back by next week. Promise. I'll be doing some crafting this week, so I'll get back into the swing of things. So there you go. There's your decorated envelope. I love that. So pretty. There's your card. There's your inside of your card. Look at that. Very, very pretty. So I hope you enjoyed being with me this morning. Thank you so much. If you want to join me again on Thursday night, I'd love to see you then. Don't forget to share this with your friends. Let them know that there's a little crafting chat going on here. And we hopefully will see you on Thursday night. Now, the next card sketch, I'll send out a little bit earlier so that you can get ready, because I think these card sketches have quite a few layers on them. I don't have the other one right here, but I've printed them off ready to go. So thank you so much, ladies. Have a super day. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.